isn't working. If anyone is watching, please let me know if there's sound. I don't think there's sound. Let me try something. What if I just do this? Wait, that's just says speakers. Does it not think there's a microphone? Do I need to scroll down? Am I a fucking idiot? Of course I'm a fucking idiot. There's sound. I just was looking in the wrong spot on my thing. I was looking at the speaker monitor instead of the microphone monitor. So, of course there's sound. Let me know if I'm too loud or anything like that. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me while I was acting like a stupid idiot. So, hello Milton1674. I saw you followed me 18 minutes ago. That's pretty sick. Thanks for that. The list that I'm going to be playing today is the same list I've been playing approximately forever now. A long time anyway. Nothing really different. Got my Jace and Collective Brutality for main deck win cons. Bauble in the main deck to support Tendrils in the board. Got my 3 basic lands. They're now snow covered for maximum confusion. And other than that, pretty much everything's normal. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Get into a league here. I gotta check what I've got. I guess I want to use the play points, right? Ooh, some Magic Online player rewards packs. Let's see what's in that crap. See what kind of crap I get. An Ash Barons. That's not so bad if I was a Pauper person. I don't know what this card does. Oh no, I know that Nicol Bolas. I don't know what this one does. Anyway, we'll use the play points. So, where was I? 100 play points. Jumping in. We'll just do it. Just get it done. Got my hard cider here for increased enjoyment of life and decreased ability to play good Magic. This is only my first one today, so we'll probably hit number 2 at some point, and things will get a little crazy. Surprised it's kind of taken a while to find a match. I figure this time of day will be good for viewership. People who are bored at work can watch. People who are in Europe and already out of work can watch. It's great. But apparently it's not good for people actually playing Magic. Quite impressed. Let's close out of that. Well, oh, okay. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Probably at this time of day. Oh, why is it taking so long? I don't think it's my internet connection. This time of day, it might be one of these top trophy earners, because who the hell else would have time to be playing? Or how the hell else do you have time to get all those trophies unless you're playing Magic in the middle of the day? Right? Well, I don't know this person, but I won the die roll, so that's good. Huh. I mean, I wouldn't call this hand bad. Exactly. I'm probably going to keep it. It's just like if this Jace was another... if this Jace was a Dark Ritual, that would be the perfect hand. If this Jace was another cantrip, that would be even better, but I don't think it's worth throwing back. With a hand like this, I'm definitely fetching basic Swamp and leading off with the Thoughtseize. Looks like my opponent is on Storm. They don't have any fetch lands. So, kind of inclined to take the Ponder here. Although, well, probably how they play this hand is they just go land pass, and then they can brainstorm end step and ponder next turn. I'm probably supposed to take the Ponder and just hope they don't hit good off the brainstorm. Maybe. Brainstorm can get them a lot of cards, though. Maybe I am supposed to take the Brainstorm. I think I'll just take it. The real question is, do I run out the LED or not? Well, it's too late for that. I already chose not, but theoretically they're just going to... Oh, they fucking drew a Thoughtseize. That's so annoying. Well, I'm probably not going to lose the LED anyway. I'm probably going to lose to Doomsday. Although they might take Ponder here. Them taking Ponder would be an interesting twist. They took the LED. Interesting. So if I draw a Dark Ritual, I think I can win. I could set up a pass a turn pile. If I can find a Dark Rit. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to play this. Because I want to be able to hardcast Doomsday next turn. If I find another black mana source. Interesting. Those are all very good cards. I'm going to take the Brainstorm here. So, I can set up a pass a turn pile next turn. Might depend a lot on what they do with this Ponder. So they didn't shuffle. Oh, they have another Thoughtseize. Okay, well, they're going to take the Doomsday here. That's not the end of the world because I have the... oh, they took the Brainstorm. Well, that's fine. I guess I am making a pass a turn pile here. Because I'm frankly not sure what sequence of draws they could make that would let them win next turn. Assuming they pondered into that Thoughtseize. So, for my part, I'm going to need Acton Impulse, 2 LEDs, and Bauble and a Cantrip. That is not Brainstorm. And so it doesn't matter if they hit me with discard and they discard the Jace, I'll still be able to put it on the bottom with Conjurer's Bauble. And I'll still be able to, even if they don't, I'll be able to discard it with the Lines of Diamonds and bobble it back into my deck. So that set of 5 cards will work, assuming they don't kill me. I guess them drawing a Tendrils could kill me. But I think that's just a risk I'm going to take. It's just a risk I'm willing to take. Because it would have to be Tendrils, I think. Tendrils exactly, so that they could go Dark Rit, Pass in Flames, Dark Rit, Tendrils. And if that didn't happen, then I think I'm in decent shape. So they Ponder again. I guess they could still find the Tendrils off this Ponder, but if they don't, I think I'm winning this game. Unless, you know, there might be some sequence of draws that they could get with if they can find like a Lion's Eye Diamond and if they found at some point have found a Lion's Eye Diamond and an Infernal Tutor. Okay, looks like they're just going for it. So let's see if they found... Did they just find the Tendrils? Because that'd be rude as hell. Yep, of course. Okay, well, that's the one way we lost that game. So one way I could think of that we lost that game, and it happened. So that's really unfortunate, but that's just the way it is sometimes. I'm not totally sure if Pyroblast is worth a slot in this matchup. I think I'm supposed to bring in tendrils here, though. Probably over collective brutality. Brutality is just a little slow, and it doesn't hit things like Lion's Eye Diamond. Um, it's not awful, but it's not the best. I'm not sold on Pyroblast, to be honest, though. But the Cabal Writs come out, and you can bring out a Doomsday. I think I just don't want the Pyroblast. I think it's low impact. We'll do that. So, kind of sucked to lose like that, but that's kind of that's what you sign on for when you make a pass turn pile against Storm. I thought I'd be pretty safe there since it had to be exactly tendrils, but ugh. So this hand is pretty reasonable, except that it's not. It doesn't have any interaction. I think I'm still gonna keep it. I'm running a little bit of a risk here for sure. I kept 7 cards as well because I could just die. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Well, that Thoughtseize is a good hit. I think I just want to do this though. Like I want to leave that Thoughtseize on top so that they don't Thoughtseize it if they Thoughtseize me. Because if they don't kill me on this turn, then I'm definitely going to want to Thoughtseize back. Yep. So they took the Doomsday this time. They might have a Surgical. They didn't Surgical the Doomsday. Alright, so I'll Thoughtseize here. The reason you bring in Tendrils in this matchup is in case they have a Surgical and they Surgical the Doomsday. So Veil of Summer I'm not super concerned about because I have Jace. It does make my discard worse, but I think I have to take their Duress. They're still a little ways off from actually winning the game. Ooh, Flusterstorms are good, except for Veil of Summer. Maybe I will just take these both. Like, I know they have Veil of Summer, but I can fire them off on cantrips and make them use the Veil of Summer. If they want. And with 2, I could potentially even counter the Veil of Summer. So they're playing out the LED now. I think I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to ponder just yet since I have both Flusterstorms. Wonder if they'll... So they don't fetch. So what do they do with that ponder? Okay, I'm just going to fluster this. I think if they Veil here, which it looks like they're going to, I might just fluster that Veil, since they'll have used all their mana. And I think I'm fine going 2 for 2 here. Because I really need to protect this Frenzy. So I think I'm fine doing this. I'm not sure keeping those was necessarily the best play, but altogether not an awful exchange. So now I'm kind of looking for that fourth land to slam this frenzy off of. Well, that's good. So now if this can draw me a dark grit, I'll be in okay shape. No dark grit. I'm probably supposed to take... Am I supposed to take the Thoughtseize? Because there's no land here. No land to let me slam this. Let me think. So, they cast the Preordain. Does that mean they still have a Ponder in hand? Ugh, I think I am supposed to take this Thoughtseize and Thoughtseize here. Even though I'm not a huge fan of it. And then next turn I'll have to brainstorm and try and find a fetch land or a dark grit. Well, I'm definitely just supposed to take the tutor here. I'll play that out and pass. Hopefully I can find something good. So they didn't shuffle. Just drew another land and pondering again. Maybe. Again, no shuffle. I don't think there's anything they can do from here. Fuck. Jesus Christ. That's so annoying. Alright, that's fine. I'm just going to draw the brainstorm and pass. I'm not going to cast it right now. Unless they drew really well off those ponders and found like another Infernal Tutor and a Cabal Ritual or something, I don't think I'm going to lose right now, but who the fuck am I to say? They found exactly what they needed last game, so it's possible. Oh, they did one top, one bottom here, so it's possible they do it again. Alright, so now I'm going to see 3 new cards with this Tendrils. I mean, with this Brainstorm, which I kind of desperately needed. I don't want to make another pass turn pile right now, so I don't get cheesed out of the game. So I'm just going to pass. I think I'm going to brainstorm, yeah. I'm really just hoping that they don't fucking blow me out again. I suppose if they find another discard spell, I can still make a pass a turn pile and risk a blowout, but... these hands just did not come together this game. That pass the turn pile in the first game was not... like, it sucked that they found the fucking Tendrils. And then... in this game, it sucks that they keep finding all this discard. I at least still have the Doomsday available. But if they have a surgical now, I'll be in a spot of bother. But I'm pretty much forced, I think, at this point, to go for the pass the turn pile. I'm going to play around... actually, I guess it makes more sense. Well, let me think. I guess I'm going to do this. That should be good enough. And then something else here. the random card. So since I have the LED on board, I can go Act on Impulse, cracking the LED, Duress, and I'll have enough mana to play the Jace and mill myself. We'll see if this works. I'm probably gonna get fucking boned again, knowing my luck, but gotta try, right? It's not gonna take them very many spells. If they have an Infernal Tutor, I'm pretty sure I'm just dead. It's kind of shitty because like pass a turn piles are often very good against Storm because the main way they interact with you is through discard. The problem is that you cut your life total in half, so if you haven't had a lot of discard, or they just naturally draw the tendrils, you can just lose the game. But the fact that they didn't have another Storm there is encouraging. So cast this Act on Impulse. I can pay for a Flusterstorm here. And I can also just Duress. So this is decent. If they have, okay, I was gonna say if they have Veil of Summer plus, like Veil of Summer plus Chain of Vapor to bounce Jace, that would be an issue, but they don't. So we win. Whew. So that's good. I did not feel very good about that game. They cast a lot of cantrips, and the end there, those last couple turns, cast a few cantrips and just kind of didn't really find a whole lot. But it's all good. So we took that game. Let me think. Maybe Pyroblast is worth it. I just don't know what I want to remove for it. Like, I just cut Limdual's Vaults. I could cut cantrips, but I'm not a huge fan of cutting cantrips against Storm. Because, like, you want to be able to cantrip for interaction. So I think probably cutting the Vaults is better. Let's try that. I have another reactive card in the deck. When I'm on the draw isn't necessarily a bad thing. Oh, this hand. This hand is too fragile, I think. It's no interaction. It can cast Frenzy on turn 2, but that's it. And if it just fucking folds to discard, so I'm going to have to mull this, I think. This hand is a lot more interactive and just way better in general. So I can put the Jace on the bottom. It can cast a Frenzy on turn 2. It's got 2 interactive spells. So even if they hit me with discard and they just start right off with the Frenzy, by taking the Frenzy, I've still got some interaction. So it kind of puts them in a tough spot. They could take the Ritual and leave me a couple turns from being able to cast a Frenzy, but I think that's probably wrong. Let's see what they do here. Flusterstorm is going to be my guess. Because if they don't have to cast any cantrips, then the Pyroblast isn't very good. But so they took the Pyroblast. That's really interesting. I wonder if that means they have a cantrip that they really feel they need to resolve, and they also have a Veil of Summer. Okay, so I'm going to play out this Lion's Eye Diamond. And the fact that I'm going to be tempted to just slam the Frenzy next turn. So that really feels like it was bait to the Flusterstorm for me. I'm just going to let this resolve, I think. Like, I don't know. The only reason I can see them taking Pyroblast over Flusterstorm is if they feel like this cantrip really needs to resolve and they have Veil of Summer, and Veil of Summer doesn't stop Pyroblast. So that's what I'm feeling right now. They put both on top, though. So they play out the Lion's Eye Diamond, okay. Cracking, so they put both on top. They cracked the fetch, so they must have just drawn the one card. Xantid Swarm. That's fine, I guess. Swarm is interesting. Not a card I was prepared for in this matchup, I have to say. Grab my Underground Sea. Preordain, huh? Well, Preordain's not doing me a whole lot right now, and this Flusterstorm is doing jack shit. So, I'm just going to slam the Frenzy, and we'll see where it gets me. And I'm just basically just going to hope that they can't win off the cards in their hand. Am I supposed to crack that? I don't think so. Although, I don't know. Fuck it. Let's do it. Maybe I am against Storm. The thing is, like, I don't have a land drop to make more mana. Oh, but that fucking... That's pretty good. I'm gonna... This is a little aggressive, but I'm gonna go for it here. Thoughtseize. What do I take? Okay, so there... Duress isn't doing anything. They can't cast the Tendrils, so it's got to be the Preordain at this point. And I can't cast that Act on Impulse, so I just have to pass. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it sucks that I've used 2 Lion's Eye Diamonds already, but I generally feel like I should be in a significantly better position than them right now, because they have 2 more or less dead cards in hand. I won't have to make a pass the turn pile as long as they don't bounce my Frenzy. And I don't know, they just can't do a whole lot. Like, a Cantrip probably is the best draw for them here. Yeah, they just attack and done. Nothing happens. Petal's good. Land's okay. Another Petal is decent. Bauble is alright. Seeing the land on top is good. I can clear it with the Bauble. I can put an LED back into my deck. It would suck if they'd drawn Surgical, but... Alright, so what do I Surgical here? I think I just leave... I don't know. I probably just leave this on top and don't Surgical anything. And that way if they try to... Well, because they're going to attack with Xantid Swarm before they do anything. So I should Surgical something in their draw step. I guess I should Surgical Preordain in their draw step. There's no reason to spend life. Okay. Well, they didn't draw it, but they're not killing me right now either. Kind of makes me wish I had Surgicaled or discarded their Tendrils, and then I think they would have been out of win cons. But anyway, how do I make their library go away? I gotta remove that. Now I click OK. I don't think it's worth it to cast this Brainstorm in my upkeep either. I think I just passed the turn here. This is a good example of why Frenzy is so good in these kind of discard slugfests. Like they could hit me with Duress now, but it's not going to do anything worthwhile. They probably will, but it's not going to do anything. Because snagging the Act on Impulse here is just nothing. So I'll just draw this Brainstorm. Like I said, I don't think there's a good reason to cast it. Finding that Lion's Eye Diamond is sick. Alright, I'm probably going to win this turn unless I really fucking brick like a demon, which I kind of am with this kind of hand. So let me think. It almost makes sense to play this frenzy, but I think it's just I don't think that's right. Like just as a defense against um drawing. So I'm gonna take this tendrils because, well, maybe not. I was thinking I was going to take the tendrils so that if I found a surgical, I could surgical them. But it probably still makes more sense to take the dark ritual so that if they draw ad nauseum, they can't cast it. Okay, cantrip is good. There's a Doomsday, so I win. Having to play a non-fetch land there kind of sucked, but this is all good. So I'm gonna kill him with tendrils this time. And actually, I'm just gonna BM the fuck out of him. Just put a little surgical extraction action in there. That looks pretty good. Sick. Taking that first match. All right. So I think Ant is a good matchup in general. You can kind of see why there. In the very first game, like I was able to make the pass a turn pile and basically put them on a one of one outer, um, which unfortunately they drew. Game two was a little sketchy, but the pass a turn pile won in that situation. And then in game three, the game devolved into the discard slugfest that kind of match typically devolves into. And Frenzy is just much better at winning the game than like the card advantage you get from Frenzy makes you substantially favored in matchups where they are just top decking. Of course, it also seemed like they sideboarded pretty badly. Me drawing two Flusterstorms in game two probably scared them a little bit, and they brought in the Xantids. But either way, not my problem. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna go get another cider, and I will be back momentarily. Guide you through the dark to the land of unicorns. Okay. That's so sick. That was quick. Well, this isn't looking good in terms of getting an opponent. Oh, okay. Cool beans. Huh. This hand is pretty underwhelming, but I also don't want to throw it away. I'm on the draw. I think I'll keep. This might just be wrong, but Like, I think if my opponent is playing a non-blue deck, this hand probably dies, but that Scalding Tarn looks promising. Anyway, okay, Dark Rite makes this hand a lot better. Probably supposed to just preordain here. I was thinking about running out the Bauble, but I don't think that makes a lot of sense. Ponder is good, so I'm going to keep the Ponder. Assuming my opponent is playing some kind of blue control deck, I think just playing it a little slow is going to make the most sense. It's possible they're on Show and Tell or even Storm, some kind of combo deck, but if they're on some kind of combo deck, that looks pretty good. Counterbalance here would suck, though. Ugh. Fuck me. Alright, so they haven't cast any cantrips to set up the top of their deck, so I'm not dead in the water exactly. Let me think. I'm going to play that. I'm going to play the Bauble, because if there's a 1 on top of their deck, I'd rather that get countered than any of my cantrips. And if there's accumulated knowledge, okay, so I'm going to cast the Ponder then. Or actually, no, I'm probably supposed to cast the Duress. Fuck. Okay, well, this will be interesting. This Jace might end up being a Duress effect. If I had thoughts, or if I had Duress on turn 1, they probably would have just forced it. So I wouldn't have been able to take the counterbalance, which sucks, but I do feel a little bit like I got punished for not Duressing on turn 1. I guess I'll Thoughtseize here. Thoughtseize will be fine. If it resolves, I can snag the other force, and that'll be good. And if it gets countered... Okay, Brainstorm on top. Okay, so there's no longer a Brainstorm on top, but they do have the Brainstorm in their hand. I'm just thinking about when I can try to sneak a cantrip through. Alright, I'm going to respond to that Brainstorm with my Brainstorm, so that if there's not a 1 on top, I can maybe resolve my Brainstorm before they set up a 1. Okay, Mentor on top, that's going to be an issue. Huh. Well, I'm going to have the mana now to resolve that Jace. So, or I mean cast that Jace. I guess I'm going to I'll put the Lionside Diamond back, and I'll put the Jace back. We'll see if they force the Jace. If they put their own Jace back on top, my Jace can get countered. But I don't think they'll be putting their own Jace back on top. They'll probably be putting Swords to Plowshares back on top. Okay, they're pondering. Interesting. Shuffling off the Ponder. Very interesting. So at this point, I guess I just have to cast this Jace because I really need to get that force out of their hand. The force that I know about. Counterbalance into the reveal cards. Okay. So they're forcing. And that's fine. I'm supposed to just pass here, I think. They're a little light on lands, which is good-ish for me. If I can draw a Doomsday or an Experimental Frenzy, I might be able to win here. Ugh, Brainstorm sucks for me. I mean, they're mostly on the lookout for lands because they want to be able to cast that Mentor and actually end the game. I think a Frenzy here would be the best pickup. Assuming they don't find more counter magic, Frenzy is going to be like another Force of Will would be okay. So the Brainstorm locked. Interesting. Yeah, Counterbalance is just kind of a sucky card to deal with. It sucks that Miracles has started playing it again, because before, when they weren't, it was so easy to beat them. And now Counterbalance is just a huge pain. Okay, Spell Pierce, that's fine. I'm going to cast this LED. So now if I can find a Frenzy, I'll be able to play it through that LED, which will be good. This is probably the Mentor. Yep. Alright, so now I'm kind of on the hope. Oh, they took Spell Pierce down. Interesting. Ugh, I'm just going to crack this bauble. I need to draw something good. Fuck me. This is so shitty. Alright, so I'm probably not winning this game, unfortunately. I think my best hope is if I draw Frenzy on my very next turn, and they don't have a hard counter, because I can play through the this Pierce. I don't think they'll, even if they found a fourth land, they still haven't found a fourth land. Their hand must be fucking stacked. Ugh. I guess I'll give it another turn or two, but Flooded Strand on top. Okay, that's okay. I mean, I know that means I know they're drawing a land. They're probably going to play the Jace, although it does mean they go shields down on the Spell Pierce, which might not matter if they have found more Force of Wills. Alright, one more turn and then I'm just going to scoop to save time, I think. I don't want to slog too much here. I don't know. Like, it feels sucky to just, like... Okay, another counterbalance, sure. It's not going to change a whole lot here. It lets them do some little tricks, but in general, it's not. It's really just a prowess trigger for them. Thoughtseize, huh? I think I'm just going to hold that. Alright, next turn, if I don't draw anything, I'm going to call it. Because I'm going to die to the Mentor too fast. I need to hit Frenzy here. Okay. I think I'm going to start with the Ritual. Portent, of course. That means that I don't get to keep my Thoughtseize. They've decided not to counter the Lion's Eye Diamond. So, here's an interesting conundrum. Do I slam the Frenzy and let them know what I'm on if the Bauble wasn't good and the Jace weren't good enough? Yeah, the Bauble and the Jace probably tell them what I'm doing, so I don't think there's any harm in... Like, I don't think I'm really hiding any information by not trying to fucking slam this Frenzy. I mean, I can beat, what, like, fucking quad Pierce here, so... They're probably going to hard cast Force now. Yep, hard cast Force. Yeah, alright, I'll concede. Because next turn, if they have any single spell, if I cast Thoughtseize and they have any single spell that they can cast, then they kill me. If they just have 2 spells, then I die. Alright, so anyway. Empty comes in, Pyroblast comes in, Tendrils comes in. I don't think Brutality is very good in this matchup. Some cantrips can come out. And I think a Doomsday should come out, and then I'll pass. I'll submit. If I had drawn that counterbalance a little earlier, not the counterbalance, the frenzy a little earlier, I might have been able to slip something through. There's a couple turns where I had, they didn't have a 1-drop on top, so my Thoughtseize could have resolved. And then once I got the frenzy down, it's not impossible that I managed to slip something through there. This hand is pretty good, so I'm going to keep it. Definitely looking to land this frenzy unless I draw a Dark Writ. So I'll start with the Thoughtseize because I don't really want them counterbalancing me. So if I can snag that before they have Flusterstorm / Spell Pierce mana up, that'll be good. So Fluster, Force, Mentor. Here's an interesting question. Do I take the Force because I can put Frenzy down through Fluster, or do I take the Fluster and leave them with the... Yeah, I think I have to take the Force, right? Take the Force and leave them with the Fluster. If they want to hold Fluster up, it means that they're going to have to wait longer on the Mentor too, or else they go shields down. What up, El Dorte? I'm getting a little tipsy, playing a little Doomsday before I go to class. Whee! 2 ciders in my system is really going to help when I go to class. Fortunately, it's a couple hours away, so I don't think I'll be tipsy anymore by the time class rolls around. I wonder what they're thinking. What are you thinking? So they just go Tarn Pass. It's possible they fluster my Brainstorm here, but I don't think that's going to happen. Empty's an okay draw. I'm going to put this Tendrils back for sure. And with a hand like this, I'm probably supposed to just put Empty back because I'm not getting anywhere with that. Hopefully they don't just find a fucking counterbalance like an asshole. Okay. I'm going to crack here. Probably I'm supposed to grab this. I don't know if they're playing back to basics. It's possible that I get really fucking blown out by B2B. Okay, I drew Dark Writ. Dark Writ's a good draw. I'll put back my basics. I think I'm supposed to... Let me think. So they haven't cast... They haven't cast any cantrips. They're holding up Fluster. Hopefully this frenzy resolves. That's really what it comes down to right now. Because I can resolve it through the fluster. So they're brainstorming for, what's it called? Force or Pierce, I guess. It's possible I should have waited a turn so that I could try to play through a Pierce, but I think if this resolves, I'll be in good shape. And there's Doomsday. I'll just cast that. It's getting flustered, I'm sure, but... Or actually, maybe they just fluster the Dark Rit. Flustering the Dark Rit's probably smart. Yeah. So if they found like a Council's Judgment or a Disenchant for that, I'll be in a tough spot, but I suppose I can always make a cast Doomsday and try and make a pass a turn pile or something. B2B would be a little annoying, but not the end of the world. There's still lands and mana in my deck, and I'd still have a Frenzy on board. I can potentially race. I can probably race Mentor if that's all they've got, but a way to get rid of this Experimental Frenzy would be pretty annoying. Blue Blast, Disenchant, Council's Judgment. All pretty annoying. In my experience, yeah, there's a Disenchant. They just like always fucking have the Council's Judgment, which is super duper annoying. I think I'm supposed to try and make a pass a turn pile here. I just don't think there's a whole lot to be gained from not doing it. Okay, so they forced that. Force pitching AK. I have another Doomsday, so I can try that again next turn. Presumably they have the Mentor and one other card. So my game plan here is going to be next turn I'll try and make another pass turn pile and hope they just don't have another way to get rid of Frenzy so that I can combo off through a Flusterstorm or something. I am in a league. I am currently 1-0. This is only my second match. I beat Ant in the first round. First game, this is the second game of this match. In the first game, they had counterbalance on turn 2 and fucked my day up. So still not casting the Mentor, which is an interesting situation. I'm just going to slam this. Actually, I should have played the Swamp and tap the Swamp. I think that way I'd have one more land untapped if they did play Back to Basics. Yeah, and like I just don't think this deck can afford to splash green. What are they doing? They're going to put something back on top of their deck with Mystic Sanctuary, put back Force of Will, and they probably have an instant speed cantrip for it too. Snapcaster Mage. So you're going to snap Flusterstorm. Okay. Oh, and that's interesting. So if the last card in the hand is a land, they'd be able to hardcast Force of Will if I have another business spell for next turn. But no, I'm not going to bother paying Flusterstorm. There's no point. So they have a clock now too. So this game really didn't go my way. The fact that they found that they had the Disenchant is pretty frustrating. And that's part of why I was a little hesitant to show them the Frenzy when it was very likely that it was just going to get countered in that first game. But if they're smart, then I had shown them Jace and Conjurer's Bauble, so they already knew what I was on. So there wasn't really a lot of info to be gained from trying to hide that information. Alright, so they probably have Force and a blue card up now, unless they didn't have the blue card. But still no counterbalance. So I'm just going to kind of sit here for a little bit. Okay, they had an AK. So the last card must have been the AK. Now they can hardcast the force that I know they have. So I need to find a Thoughtseize before I can really resolve anything useful. Well, I'll ponder here. I doubt they're going to force this. There's an empty. Empty's alright, actually. I'm probably going to grab that. I can make 6 goblins here. More if they try to counter something, but I can at least stave off this snap and force them to... Like, it puts them on a 3-turn clock, so it basically forces them to either spend the Force of Will, they have another... Oh, wait, this is a Brainstorm. I thought they had another Snapcaster. I thought this in there, they're going to get another Flusterstorm or something, but... So, Hardcast Force? Sure. So it's still a few goblins. That'll at least stop the Snapcaster from killing me for a bit. And I can start maybe putting some damage into their life total and try and draw out of this. I am a little locked on my cards, I think. I can't remember what order I put them in, but... Portent themselves. So I wonder if they found the Terminus. I guess if they found the Terminus, it's not so bad, because... Like, I want the Snapcaster to go away too, so I don't die. Well, but I'll just get in here. Let's see if they block. Probably should. Yep. So, no longer a 3-turn clock. It's more like a 6-turn clock. 4-turn clock after this, I guess. But it's a clock anyway. It forces them to do something. Like that. That's something. Alright, so no more attacking for me. I need chump blockers. And I'm pretty sure my next card is dead as well. I think it's a land. So I'm going to need to find a Frenzy soon. Yeah, this match isn't looking good. I would have to really pull something out my ass here to win this game. I know, there's only 15 goddamn lands in this deck. And I've cracked 1, 2, 3 fetches already. So they're targeting Doomsday with Surgical Extraction. That's okay. That's not going to kill me. Like, that's not game over, because I have Tendrils and I have more empties in my deck. So if I can find if I can find Frenzy, or if I can just cantrip into something good, I can get there. So let me think. Next turn, let's say they attack. If it's a non-lethal attack, do I pass? Do I just let it? Do I take it? I don't know. That sounds sketchy. Because I'm just thinking, like, you know, if I can hit them with 2 goblins or something, then I only need 4 spells for lethal Tendrils after that. So I would just have to go, like, draw a cantrip and then cantrip into Tendrils. So that's too sketchy. Probably too sketchy. Plus, they're going to have blockers, so it's unlikely that I'd even be able to get that damage in. I mean, I suppose like cantrip into cantrip into cantrip into tendrils is, for the natty drills is still an option, but for what it's worth, Eldorte, I did know that that land was on top of my deck. I probably when I played, I pondered into the empty, and I saw fetch land pedal empty, and I should have done a different order, so I drew the fetch land instead of the pedal because that's locked. It locked me out. But yeah, I definitely have enough mana to chain some cantrips together into a tendrils here. So they're bouncing on my goblins. That makes sense. I'm assuming they're gonna attack. Just attacking for 10. Yeah, so I got a block. Block there and block there. I basically, this is my last turn to live. As long as if they don't have like force something, then, well, let's give it a shot. See if they have the force of will. Of course they do. That's super frustrating. Oh, force and spell pierce. All right. Might need a third sighter after that game. That was rough. Yeah, I guess you're right. They did still have that force they put on top. I was never able to get rid of that. Oh well. That game was really rough. They they answered. They had the disenchant for my first frenzy, and like I don't know. I think that's tends to be how that matchup goes. Is like you often get a window. You can make a window in the early game, but this is a real interesting hand. I'm going to keep this hand. So you can make a window in the early game, and often it means you resolve frenzy, because that's just the easiest way to take advantage of a window. If you don't win right away and they have a way to deal with the frenzy, you usually have expended too many resources to get back into the game. If you can untap with the frenzy, if you don't kill right away but you can untap with the frenzy, you usually win the game because you usually pull far enough ahead. So I'm going to keep this. So admittedly, I haven't played against a lot of blue-white since they got Mystic Sanctuary. I just haven't really, I haven't really played a whole lot of Magic. I've got a lot of shit going on, but I haven't played against a whole lot of it regardless. I do think that, I still think Counterbalance is typically the card you lose to. So they, if they don't have Counterbalance, I think it's a pretty easy matchup. If they do, it gets a lot harder if they resolve Counterbalance. It's possible that we should be thinking about playing something like Hope of Girper. I don't think splashing green is a good idea, but Hope of Girper could be functional in those matchups. It would help against Mystic Sanctuary, and it actually does damage too. All right, so let's see what they're doing. Tropical Island. Okay. Well, I got a lot of basics, which is nice. So I get to just play Basic Island here. You could splash white. I guess what I'm thinking is like in the Frenzy versions, splashing a fourth color is going to make your mana base really shaky. And it's also, especially like having another color is going to give you a lot more bricks when you're trying to go off with Frenzy. So if you're thinking about doing something like that, I think you need to be also considering what, like, are you still playing Frenzy? Okay, this person is brainstorming a lot. I'm wondering if they're actually on Delver. Like, this play pattern screams more like Storm to me. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, this is definitely screaming more like a storm deck. So I'm gonna brainstorm now. Huh. Can I kill? I'm gonna thinking I wanna just assume this is storm and just jam. So let me think. So if I put back Doomsday, no wait, no I can't kill right now. I think maybe I'm supposed to just take the collective brutality then. I'm just thinking like I could brainstorm into frenzy, but I don't know what happens after that. I think I'm just gonna go like this. I think I want a collective brutality here and just hope it's good enough. Like they brainstorm walked and they didn't do anything. Okay, so it's not. I'm glad I didn't fucking do that because it's obviously not. Or I suppose I shouldn't say obviously not storm. It's probably not storm with a fucking hand like that. Makes it seem more like it's a Delver deck, but it could be still could be Storm playing Dazes. Um, Although I expect they would have made a move by now. So who the fuck knows? I'm just gonna play that and pass again, and then I'm gonna brainstorm again end step, and see if I can set something up. Another brainstorm. Yeah, El Dorte, that's exactly what I'm thinking. And Bug Delver definitely seems like the most likely thing here. Although I'm haven't seen any wastelands yet. Oh, what we got here? Is this gonna be a Leovold? If it's a Leovold, you fucked up here. Oh no, Goif. Okay, definitely Bug Delver. So I really want to find a discard spell. Um, but I do think I'm supposed to brainstorm end step here. That's some shit. That's pretty good. Let me think. I think I'm supposed to just so like let me think here. I'm supposed to just jam. I think because even if they counter this frenzy, I can cast the vault and set up cantrip into frenzy for next turn, and just hope they don't find more counter magic. Bro. I need to leave a black mana available to cast the Limdul's Vault. Okay, so they did have a force. Force pitching Oko. I'll cast this Vault. That's it. That's fucking lit, dog. That's legit shit. That's a pretty good set of 5. So hopefully there's no more Force of Wills. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Yep, hit me with a big old goif. Hit me with that goy shit, bitch. Oh my god, another fucking brainstorm. How many brainstorms you got, you clown? Clown shoes, brainstorm ass motherfucker. That's the last of it. They got a wasteland. I don't really care about the wasteland. Okay, so if the last cards in their hand are force and a blue card, I just scoop. Hopefully it ain't. It is. It totally is. They're thinking about it. Do I force this ponder, or do I force what I ponder into? That's what they're thinking about. You find the force, you fucking piece of shit? God damn it. Force pitching another fucking Oko, too? That was stupid. That was a fucking load of shit. I think I'm supposed to bring in the fatal pushes here. That was just unbelievably fucking stupid, if you ask me. Two frenzies out, two vaults out, Jace out, tendrils in. I think I can cut brutality as well. Here we go. I mean, they cast 4 brainstorms, so it's not that unreasonable to think that they have it. I don't think I like Pyroblast in this matchup. I could be very wrong. I could be very wrong. It might be better to play one blast over the fatal push, or maybe just play both fatal pushes and play one fewer frenzy. We'll try that. I mean, Pyroblast kills Oko too. I don't know if they're going to side out Okos because they Oko doesn't do a whole lot in this matchup, so. But like Blast kills Delver, Blast stops, counters the Force of Will, just counters Pierce and something. It's okay. Sucks though that they had it. Can't say I'm surprised, but if they're casting all those brainstorms, it just sucks. They had a hand that could try and power through, and it didn't work out. I'm not going to keep that hand. That hand is very slow and kind of clunky. That hand ain't great either, but I think I'm going to keep it. I'll put the Valk on the bottom. I don't want to go to 5 here, so it's just going to be a lot better for me to just keep that hand and hope I draw some good stuff pretty quick. We'll start with the Thoughtseize here, I think. This hand is terrible, but 5 isn't going to be better. What do I take here? I think I'm supposed to stop their threats. Like, the only way a 5 could be better is if it was, like, pedal, dark writ, empty, or something like that. You know, like, just a nut 10 goblins right off the bat. And even then, like, that hand dies to a Force of Will, so it still isn't that great. I'm basically on the game plan. I'm going to play the control deck for now because I don't really have any other options. Yeah, you play your brainstorm, bitch. So I bet this is just going to be a goif right now. And I'm just going to kill the motherfucker. If they have double days, this will kind of suck, but... Oh. Like, I could wait and play through double days. I don't think it's going to be worth it. Better to just take it. To get out. Alright, now I can just sit on this for a while. And hope that I find an empty. Because that's about the only way I'm going to manage to win this game. There's a nice wasteland that doesn't do jack shit. Oh, you have another fucking goif, you fucking bastard. Okay. Find me another fatal push. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm just going to cast it now. I don't think it's... Like, I could hold it and hope that I draw an empty and be able to push an empty in the same turn for a little extra storm, but I just don't think that's realistic. I'd rather them not draw another card. That's just going to be better at this point. Another wasteland that's not doing jack shit for them. So what do they have in hand? They have a Daze that I know about and 2 mystery cards. Another Delta. I'm just going to pass. Nothing, no reason to do anything. Are you kidding me? Ashiok. Okay. That's interesting. Is it worth it to brainstorm now? It probably is. Ugh. I'm going to fetch a Badlands here. I'm sure it's just going to get wasted, so it doesn't really matter, but... So I'm on the either find Frenzy and go off with Tendrils game plan here, or empty them. Yeah, whatever, dog. Empty. Empty's a good card. It's only 8 goblins, but it's going to have to do. Let's hope that draw was good enough. That was about the best draw I could hope for in that spot. I just need them to not have any threats. Well, that ain't a threat. Is there no way to do all of them? Attack with all creatures. There we go. Is this Golgari Charm? Alright. That's it. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god, what a punt. It wasn't a Golgari Charm. Oh, Jesus Christ. It was just an abrupt decay. It didn't even change the clock. Okay. Let's do another match. That was good shit. That was good shit. There's nothing left in here. Fuck. Oh boy. That was pretty incredible. Alright, let's see if I can fucking win my next two and at least cash this son of a bitch. Wait, is this the same fucking person? It totally is, isn't it? How do I see? Here we go. Oh, no, it isn't. I'm an idiot. Okay, this hand's alright, so I'm just gonna keep it. No, that makes this hand a lot worse. Definitely gonna take the brainstorm. So I really need to find another brainstorm. It's pretty good. But this is looking like it's probably Storm Mirror. So, Verdant Catacomb makes me think it's a little less likely to be Storm, but at the end of the day, it probably still is Storm. Nope, it's just another Bug Delver. What's up with all the Bug Delver? It's not really what I expected to see. Okay. So it didn't flip. That's nice. Another Delver. That's scary. If those guys flip, I'll be in trouble. I'm going to end step Brainstorm here. I can get through one day's Brutality. Interesting. I think I'm supposed to just pass here. And end step Vault. Oop, that Delver didn't flip, so that's good for me. I'd love it if their Delvers don't flip. Force of Will enter the real cards. Okay, so still in the upkeep. I'm not gonna let this Vault get forced. I'm going to up. I'm gonna Vault right now. Before they draw that force. And what do I need? I need that. Holy shit. Oh, I guess I still have to, well, I mean, that's a really good one, for sure. But I might need to crack this fetch to be able to beat a Daze if they have a Daze. That Wasteland ain't doing jack shit right now. So I know they have the Force. What the fuck is this? Gurmag Angler. Alright, we're in business. They're gonna die. They're gonna fucking die. Alright, step fucking 1. Play that land. Oh, I'm gonna be required to crack this fetch, aren't I? Okay. So I'm gonna do this. Oh no, hold on. I wanna fucking escalate 2 modes. Duress mode plus kill the Delver mode. Actually, hold on a second. Hold on a second. What if I darker it first? If they force it, I'll be in a spot of fucking bother, but I guess I can still cast. The Frenzy. Okay. Now, there we go. Gotta do this shit right. What you gonna do about it, fam? Force pitching Stifle. Alrighty then. Time to die. Good to know that they're playing Stifles. Can I click? Oh, I did click. I kind of want to BM them with the brutality kill. But I don't think I will. Because that's just going to be a lot of time wasted. Okay. Okay. It's weird to go up against Bug Delver twice. I feel like Bug Delver is not a popular one. So I want those. Do I just sideboard like last time? I feel like Frenzy is actually okay, like a little better against Bug Delver than it is against other Delvers. Push just doesn't do anything against Gangler. Maybe I'll just bring in the one push. Oh, and I want the Tendrils. The Jace comes out. Should the Jace come out? Or should Cobra come out? Vitality kills Delvers. It's my another alternate win con. I'm just not sure if Jace is going to be good, but Jace is the best pass a turn win con. Let's cut that. I'm at 60 now. Do I want to bring in the other push? Is the real question. I could cut a preordain for the push. That looks okay. Let's try it. I notice I'm up to 4 viewers. How many of you viewers watched me concede to an Abrupt Decay on a Goblin token in last match? Because I thought it was a Golgari Charm. It's a top moment for me. Feeling good about that one. Probably would have won that game if I hadn't done it. I still would have had to play game 3, but... Okay, let's see. This hand is very controlling. Sandals suck against the Gurmag Angler. On the draw. But it's very strong against Wasteland. I think I'm going to try this. I'm not super sure on this one, but there's a Delver. Do I Thoughtseize now, or do I push now, or do I push in their upkeep? I think I'm just going to Thoughtseize now. So they decide to daze that, and that's fine. The dazing that means that, one, they don't have a daze for a Fatal Push, and two, they can't cast a Brainstorm to flip their Delver, so it has to flip naturally. And it doesn't. So suck on that. Another Delver. Okay. It's a very aggressive hand. I'm kind of glad I have these Fatal Pushes. I think I'm going to pass. I think I'm going to push in their upkeep. No flip. It's interesting to know that they still have Stifles. Like, Stifle is a possibility, I mean. Let's see. I think I'm supposed to just wait again, and I'm going to push in their upkeep again. The reason I'm doing this is because it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Like, if they have 2 lands untapped, like, haven't seen a new card in their upkeep, and I get a little bit of info off the Delver with the Delver reveal. And it's not really changing anything when they're like leaving mana open on my turn anyway. Okay, so Days enter the revealed cards. I'm just going to cast this now. Push that motherfucker. And it dies. And see if they have a third threat. No more threats. That's nice. So I know they have a Daze in hand. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize now. Because if they have a Gurmag Angler, I want to get it. Double Daze, double Angler. Yikes. I think I have to Thoughtseize again and take that Angler because otherwise they're going to be able to cast it, right? So, yeah, so I have to do this because I don't have a way to get rid of the Angler, and it's just going to kill me too fast. And I can try and slow roll my way through a couple dazes, but if they have even one Angler, is probably going to be too much at this speed. So, all right, so I know their hand now is double daze. I don't know how I'm going to win from here. Like, I'm pretty far off from winning the game, but that's going to be okay. Those are all very good draws. I'm just going to play it slow from here on out. Just draw good cards. Try and play some good Magic. Find myself a fucking empty. Make a few goblins and hope it's good enough is the game plan here. I doubt they have the full 4 anglers, so that might just be all of the anglers that they have. I think I'll brainstorm. Alright, I'm going to put back that brainstorm. That ponder. I'll duress now. If they daze this duress, that's okay. If they daze this duress, it means I'm pretty sure they have a stifle. Okay. So now there's only one daze in their hand. So that's good. I'm still not cracking this fetch because I want the cantrip that I just put back on top of my deck more than I want to play around stifle. I don't think I want to put back that tendrils. I think I want to just, like, as long as they're not casting spells or casting threats, I think I want to just hold my cards. It's all about patience. Because I'm up on cards right now, and so it just doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of reason to play into anything, you know? When I'm so far ahead on cards. Alright, I'm going to ponder. There's a Frenzy and a Preordain. I mean, Frenzy's a decent draw for sure. But I'm not feeling a huge need to cast it right now. Ponder from them. Okay. So they're going to find something off of this, I feel like. And then it's going to start to necessitate me making a move. Interesting that they pondered, kept a brainstorm, and brainstormed. So they only saw one new card, which means they probably wanted a couple of the cards in their hand. Is this going to be a Thoughtseize or something? Another ponder. Okay. I think I'm going to crack this fetch on their end step. They haven't played a Wasteland yet, so like if they stifle this, it's not that big a deal to me. I don't think. And I don't really want the Preordain in the land that they had down there, so. Duress is really good. Really good draw. I think I want to start off with that. Alright, so let's see here. Blue Blast, Force, Fluster. Those are good cards for sure. I think I'm supposed to take the Force. Well, yeah, I think I'm supposed to take the Force because I can play the Frenzy through the Fluster. But I'm just gonna pass again. Now that I know it's in their hand, you know, there's still no threat, still no reason for me to make a move. That knowledge was very good. Good knowledge, high quality knowledge. Another ponder, okay. So they didn't shuffle, so they might have found another Force or something. Preordain. Let's Preordain. Another discard spell would be Noise. Ooh, Empty is really good, actually. All right, so I'm thinking I'm thinking I can force something next turn. Force something through, I mean. I'll brainstorm end step. 'Cause So I'm going to put back... I'll have access to all of these cards next turn. I'm going to put back... I think I'm supposed to put back Tendrils and then Frenzy. If they have a Surgical or something, that'll be a little annoying, but... Okay. I'm going to start by playing the Bauble. I'm going to play Dark Rit. Cabal Rit. LED. Lowers Pedal. I'm going to play the Empty now. See what happens about this. This might get flustered. Kind of hoping it's get flustered. And Blue Blasting. Okay. So actually, then Blue Blasting that is pretty good because it means that this Frenzy might just resolve. They're dazing. Oh boy. I'm not going to pay for daze. Flusterstorm. Okay. Not going to pay for Flusterstorm. So I'm going to play the Frenzy. And if the Frenzy gets countered, I can bobble into the Tendrils, hopefully. If they have like Force plus Surgical as their remaining 2 cards, that'll be a little annoying. Or like another... Or like, I suppose like... Another Blue Blast plus another Flusterstorm would be annoying. But I feel like I'm going to be in good shape here. If they had a Flusterstorm, they could have, I mean, a Surgical, they could have easily done it in response to any of those dead Flusterstorms. This is the Hardcast Force. So let's hope they don't have the Surgical. Give it to them. Get it, bitch. Hell yeah. Alright. I gotta go pee. I'm gonna pee and then I'll be back. And we'll try and pick up this last match win for to cash the league. Be back in a minute. Right. Here we go. Last match. Let's try and get in there. I'm still that match 4 was great, but match 3 I'm still a little tilted about how much of a fucking disaster match 3 was. I suppose match 2 was a bit of a disaster as well, but what can you do about counterbalance sometimes? It's like playing against chalice decks. Sometimes you just fucking get got. Here we go. Orem 67. Fuck me. What's Orem been playing lately? Oh. The fuck has Orem been playing lately? Orem been a big old dredge player. But I think they've been playing a lot of random decks lately. So I just don't know anymore. Seen some Eldrazi Stompy and some Dredge and Legacy. This hand is not great against either. I think I'm supposed to mull this. Alright, I'll keep this one. I'll put back, I guess, one Ponder. What you got for me, fam? Looking like Dredge. Looking like it's Dredge here. Yep, definitely Dredge. Careful, steady. Crack the old LED. Well, interesting. Don't hit a Faithless Looting for me. Yeet. Oh, come on. Yeet! Why is there no... Oh. Okay. We are on the way... Oh, fuck me. Here you go. Sorry about that. I'm back. I'm playing against Orem. Orem is playing Dredge. Orem played LED Careful Study, cracked LED for 3 red, and then didn't hit a Faithless Looting. So, and didn't hit any creatures that come back from the grave. Like, kind of just nothing. So that puts me in a much better spot here. I definitely need to hit pretty good off of this Ponder. None of that is good. I'm just going to shuffle. Frenzy or Doomsday would be my best draws here. Oh, there's an Ichorid. I missed the Ichorid. But there aren't any Cabal therapies. So that's kind of nice. There's one Cabal therapy. So they're probably going to therapy and hit Brainstorm, which sucks a bit, but... Cabal therapy and name Brainstorm. I could still pretty easily die here. Yeah, name Brainstorm. Okay, so now Doomsday is not really good enough, but Frenzy would still be pretty good. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I guess I'm playing out the LEDs. Passing the turn. Another Cabal therapy, so you get to keep making more tokens. Probably going to name Dark Writ. Maybe name Cabal Writ. I need to hit good here. Dark Writ would be the best name because it's going to stop me from hitting, from Frenzy being a kill. And I think I'm just dead next turn, right? They got 8 power. Yeah, okay, I think I'm dead. If I draw a cantrip, I can try and yeet a cantrip into a Frenzy, which I did. So, I'll crack this for red. Hold priority. Probably just want to do red-black or something, right? There's a Frenzy. We in here. Let's do something. Hold on a sec. Put on top. Put on top. Preordain again. Show me a Doomsday. Put on top, put on bottom. Show me a Doomsday. Fuck me. Okay. Ugh. That sucked. Alright, so against this deck, we just want surgicals. On the play, Flusterstorm is kind of okay. Just because it gives you a interaction. But that's really it. You can cut Cabal Rits, they're not good. Collective Brutality can go. Lindul's Vault is too slow. Oh. I guess I'll bring a Collective Brutality back. I mean, a Cabal Ritual back. I'll submit the deck. Yes, I'd like to play first. Huh. That's not a kill, right? That's a past 2 turns sort of a situation. That's probably not good enough. Oh, that is not good either. Alright, I can keep that, even though it leaves some to be desired. Let's see, so I'm going to put back... See, Surgical is not great on its own, but I don't even have blue mana, so I'm going to put back that, I'm going to put back that, and we'll call it done. And I'm just going to hope for the best here. Hope I can tag like the one Dredger it got, because that's really the only way this is going to work. That's an interesting card. Careful Steady. Okay. 2 Dredgers into the graveyard. Alright, in that case, trying to tag a Surgical or something is probably going to be the better play. Unless I draw another land, which I did not. So Thoughtseize here. Huh. That sucks. Guess I take Breakthrough. Pass. Am I supposed to just take the Narcomoeba? I don't think so. So those therapies are probably how I lose this game. So I really need to get them out of here. I think it's just going to be my best shot at this point. You know, there's still Dread Return to worry about, potentially. Dread Return on Ashen Rider killing my Frenzy would be really annoying. Yeah, this isn't going well. What's that? Leyline of Sanctity? Okay. So if I can find another mana here, even if I can't find another mana, I'd have to hit really well. You just bridge. I mean, you just Dread Return. Is there Flamekin Zealot or something in the graveyard here? I see the Ashen Rider. Can Ashen Rider destroy my land? Is that target permanent? Yeah, I'm just going to concede. That's just game. Great. Okay, that sucked. Well, that was rough, unfortunately. Um, yeah, I mean, I played pretty played pretty bad in one of those matches. Um, and I mean, I punted that by conceding for no reason. That one was just rough. And that one I got super unlucky in match. I mean, I guess I got pretty lucky in match one to even see the frenzy, but I got pretty unlucky to have all that mana and all those cantrips and not ever see anything I could do with them. Um, and then having to mull the 5 in game 2.